Virgos, welcome to your December 2018 mid-month reading. If this resonates, consider personal reading. My email, rates, and info are below. Just send me an email. We can go ahead and set that up. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so it can be about love, family, friends, finance, business, career, however it resonates, okay? Other things to mention, my 2019 Sun Moon readings are going up on my playlist, so check those out. Also check out my 2018 Sun Moon readings to see if those rang true for you in 2018. We will be working on compatibility readings this year and next year at my own pace. Also, if you need a quick answer to a quick question, check me out on the Instant Go app. And then finally, what else? Oh yeah, just that I'm on Facebook and Instagram posting my weeklies, so you can like, follow, message me on there. Alrighty, so let's see what's going on with Virgos. Holy Spirit, Angels, Divine Guides, the Universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, your insight for Virgos for the period of December 15th to December 31st? What energies can they expect December 15th to December 31st and the period surrounding it? I've really been getting negative readings, so come on, guys, be my positive reading. Alrighty, so Holy Spirit, Angels, can you please show me current energies? Okay, current energies, you guys have the Eight of Swords in the upright. Can you please show me, Virgo, what their challenges will be? Last 2 weeks of December, we have the King of Staves in reversed. Can you please show me what advice you have for Virgos? Advice for Virgos, last 2 weeks of December, we have the Seven of Swords in reversed. And then how will Virgos move forward from this reading? How you guys will move forward will be the Three of Staves in the upright. All right, so it ends well. And I was just realizing too, maybe it's Mercury retrograde and just like, I don't know, maybe our readings are negative because we're all reflecting on negative things. I have no idea, right? I don't like it though. So this isn't too bad though. So we start off with the Eight of Swords with you guys. So you kind of your general deal right now. The Eight of Swords is about being restricted, being imprisoned, being trapped, okay? It could be that you tend to find yourself getting into the same situations over and over again, whether it's a love relationship or a friendship or a dynamic or what have you. And you're starting to wonder, you know, why do I keep on doing this? Why do I keep on, you know, getting in these same types of scenarios, okay? For others of you, you could just be stuck in a job that you don't want to be in anymore, or you got stuck in some type of contract, or you're stuck in a relationship and you can't seem to get out of it. You feel imprisoned. But with the Eight of Swords, it's usually something that it's you not exercising your free will in regards to the situation. So you could get out of it if you wanted to, if your will was strong enough to do so. It's something you kind of inflict upon yourself, either, you know, through kind of what I said, your habits you have, your behaviors, just falling for the same type of person or falling into the same type of dynamic, okay? And if that kind of gets tweaked out, if you have the free will to kind of work that out, you can get out of this situation, or you can get out of these situations, or whatever situation you're in those last 2 weeks of December. The challenge is, though, finding the power to do that, okay? Because we have the King of Wands in reverse. Now, the King of Wands, when he's in the upright, he's very much about, you know, taking the reins. He's a born leader. He's empowered. He's determined. He's motivated. He's inspired. He makes things happen, okay? He, you know, connects on a very passionate level. He's just all fire and brimstone, okay? So in the reverse, I feel like your challenge is that you're quite the kind of opposite from this. Feeling a little bit like a failure, feeling disempowered, you know, not feeling motivated, maybe lacking a little bit of confidence, because sometimes the King of Wands in reverse can be that, you know, struggling to achieve. So I feel like these are your challenges that you guys are having, and this may be why you're in this repetitive dynamic here that we were talking about, because you're just not exercising your free will. You're not digging deep. You're not, you know, leading your destiny or leading this situation like you should be, okay? Seven of Swords in reverse is in the advice column, okay? I always say column. That seems weird to me. Advice, okay? It's just advice right here, okay? So Seven of Swords in reverse is about freeing yourself, okay? So breaking free from your mental challenges, the way you used to think of things, alrighty? It can also be a card about giving up, but it doesn't have to be necessarily I give up sense. It can be giving up old ways, giving up old habits, giving up limited views of thinking of things, okay? So the advice here really is to break yourself free of whatever mental challenges, mental chains you have, whatever you need to do in order for that to kind of happen, okay? And I will be pulling clarifiers on these, as you know, all right? So I feel like once all of that takes place, we have this Three of Staves here. So boom, it's like the world's going to open up to you, okay? Because you're not thinking anymore in this little box, okay? You're thinking big, bigger picture, bigger horizons, expanding opportunities. I don't have to sit here in this chair. I can get off of this couch. I can do things, okay? It's about opportunities, travel. It's about having more earning potential, putting more money into your bank. And it's also connecting with people that you wouldn't normally connect with, okay? People that aren't your type, people that you usually wouldn't think of networking with, people that you wouldn't think of connecting with, okay? Because they're not like you, okay? So I do feel like as you move on from this reading, maybe you'll think about this reading and you'll actually move on to a different, type of you. Alrighty, so let's see what's going on with this Eight of Swords. Could you please provide clarification of this Eight of Swords for Virgos? Who is this person? What is this energy? What additional messages do you have for this Eight of Swords for Virgos? General energies. Last 2 weeks of December. Okay, person, personality. Okay, we have the Star card in reversed. The Knight of Wands in reversed. And the Fool card. Okay, so you do kind of know this is a pattern, and I think part of it is this Knight of Wands here. You've dealt with people, or you deal with this dynamic with people that they're all over the place. If they don't get their way, they get angry. They're impulsive. They don't have insight. They really like a lot of attention. The Knight of Wands also can be like sexually excessive, or just excessive in regards to things that he wants. A real chaotic energy. And the Star card is here in reverse. It kind of saying that, part of it is I don't want to say this, I get so worried about like pissing people off, but the Star card has many messages in regards to like this vein that we're following here. It can be impotence. So to me, being powerless against this. So I do think that when you connect with these kind of people, you really have the best kind of intentions, okay? And this has to do with the Fool card also, which is down here. I almost feel like you think you can help, you can fix these kind of people somehow, okay? But after a while, you start to realize that you're not, you don't have that power. And then the longer you stay in it, the more depressed you get, the sadder you get, the more you start to lose faith, okay? The Fool card is that's what I meant about like getting these people to a better place, hoping you can have a new journey with them, hoping that they're a risk worth taking, okay? Because I feel like you come in contact with these people and there's something about them that initially that you really like. This doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be connection, like however it is. And you're willing to take a risk for this person. You're willing to kind of put some of your fears aside and say, okay, these people are so vibrant. At first their energy seems very wonderful when it comes in. But as you start to see things, you're in it. And then you say to yourself, well, maybe I can fix this situation. Maybe I can make it better. Maybe I can help them. But like I said, the longer you stay in it, the more it kind of draws you in, okay? And you can't kind of come up against this kind of arrogance. It's actually going to kind of drag you down, these energies that you're drawn to, okay? Again, does not have to be a romantic relationship. I'd like to keep on saying that because every time I bring up like a connection with someone, people are usually like, oh, it's romantic. I don't think it is. I think this is just your general connections that you have with people and the type of people that you attract or are attracted to you. Okay, and then you just try to make it work, or think you can make it work out of the goodness of your heart, obviously. Can you please provide clarification on the King of Staves? Why is this King of Staves here in reverse? Who is this person? What is this energy in reverse to this King of Staves? Additional messages, please. King of Staves in reverse for Virgos, their challenges. Okay. And I feel like you don't get anywhere with these people, with these types of people, okay? It ends up, like I said, with the King of Wands, it ends up making you feel like you failed at something because you couldn't help this person. or because they didn't listen to you, or you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve in regards to them. And it ends up affecting things. It can end up affecting your family life. It can end up making you feel lonely. It can end up affecting your finances, okay? Getting into these kind of things actually affect your personal life too, because you're, all into this. The challenge is for you not getting into something like this and not throwing so much work into it, realizing when someone can't change or a situation can't change and knowing when to walk away, okay? But I don't feel that because we have the Eight of Pentacles here. And it's a challenge for you guys not to keep working at something that is not showing progress, that is not showing success, okay? And this is because you guys can be kind of limited in the way that you're thinking about things, kind of going back to this card, It's sort of the concept that you guys, the challenge for you guys is, and I often use this analogy often, if there's a nail and you put it in the wall and you're hammering the nail and it's not going in, you think, okay, well, if I just keep on applying force, if I just keep on hitting this nail more times, or if I apply more force, and just thinking like that box in the box mentality, and the nail never goes in the wall because it's hitting a metal part or whatever, not a stud because it's supposed to go in a stud. So spending all that time kind of doing that, trying to make something work, going, well, it worked like this when I learned how to hammer a nail in. This is how I learned that it worked. So therefore that formula has to apply to this nail. And you just keep on doing that and doing that, but it's not getting anywhere. The nail isn't progressing. You aren't having success getting the nail in the wall, yet you just continue to do what you always do because that yielded results for you and logic tells you it will, instead of taking the nail out and putting it in a different part of the wall. So I feel like sometimes you guys will work for hours on somebody or hours on a situation and it's not getting you anywhere, but you're so limited in regards to how you think it should work that you spend so much time in that area and that prevents you from getting to someplace else. And the World card in reverse kind of talks about how those lessons are never learned. These are unfinished lessons. I mean, you've done stuff the same way for so long. How's it working out for you? How has it been working out for you? So there's lessons that are kind of telling you maybe it hasn't worked out for you. Maybe you haven't come to completion with things. You haven't reached closure because of this, okay? So that's what I'm kind of getting in the challenge department. Now I'm just calling it department. Okay, so this Seven of Swords here. Can you please provide clarification on the Seven of Swords? And the Seven of Swords, the advice is free yourself from this. Think of things in different ways. Give up on your old ways. Give up on, banging that nail into that wall a certain way, having expectations that it is going to happen if you just apply enough force or you have enough determination. Sometimes it's creativity. Sometimes it's thinking of things in a different way that yields results. Seven of Swords, please, the reverse for Virgos for advice. Who's this person? What is this energy? Additional messages. Holy smokes. All right. The whole flippy just came out. Let's see what we got here. Okay, the Two of Swords in reverse. We have the King of Pentacles in the upright. We have the Ten of Wands in the upright. And we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. All right. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles here. Very stable, long-term energy. He's a person that represents security, success, financial wealth, being promoted. This guy has it all. And they're telling you that if you let go of your old ways, you could have it all also. You could have this prosperity. You could be this King of Pentacles. It's just this stuff's kind of holding you back. Part of what's holding you back is the Ten of Wands here. So the Ten of Wands, do you really need to be the person that does everything for everybody? Are you the one that has to do all the work? Okay, because you just end up overwhelmed and sometimes you don't get rewards for all the responsibilities that you have, but you're so used to doing that, okay? The Two of Swords in reverse is, interrupt there. So the Two of Swords in reverse is about a whole bunch of information coming in and not knowing how to process it and just pretty much being confused and feeling like no matter what you decide, it's going to be damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I I feel like with that, you're continuing to do things like you normally do, taking on all the responsibilities, shouldering all the burdens, not delegating to other people because you can't trust that other people are going to do what you do, okay? Or what you're able to do. So you're overwhelmed, you're considering other options, but you think there's going to be, you know, like I said, negative consequences if you picked other options, or you do let people delegate, you do people help. So you just kind of stay stuck in the middle, and you just kind of do what you always do, because again, that's always worked for you. And remember, they're telling you here with the Seven of Swords to give that up, to let go of that, to free yourself from that kind of way of thinking. All right. And the Five of Wands is down here. The Five of Wands for me in the upright can actually mean someone being conflicted within themselves. And when it's in the reverse, it can be avoiding how to resolve that conflict. Okay, so down here, this is a whole cluster to me. And it's showing up in advice to tell you, you know, to resolve this, to, you know, that conflict that you're having within yourself, that struggle that you're having within yourself, to really kind of work it out. Okay, focus on priorities. You know, some kind of plan in order not to do things the way that you're doing, and harmony will be restored. You will be harmonious, you will be successful, it's basically like the key. Okay, because I feel like there's a whole bunch of, with the Five of Wands, it can be a whole bunch of background noise kind of going on, and you guys will have a hard time focusing on a singular thing because you feel responsible for all the noise going on around you. You know, oh, I got to fix everything around me. No, just kind of shut all those people out, all those additional responsibilities that have nothing to do with you, that have nothing to do in regards to what's going to serve you best. Okay, what's the best way for you to go about doing things? Okay, and focus on that is what I get from the Five of Wands. And then I just see after this reading things opening up for you guys with the Three of Staves. I mean, look at this guy. He's like doing a whole karate chop like crazy, like, you know, carpe diem. I'm going to take on life by jumping off this cliff and throwing my staves around. They kind of look like crutches though, but whatever's going on there. And it could be very well, I mean, it's funny that I looked at them and I thought crutches, because it might just be you guys are throwing these crutches away. These things, these tools that you've kind of leaned on, this toolbox that you've always had that worked for you before, and now you're just being like, fuck it, throwing all those tools. Well, I don't need these crutches anymore. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to expand my horizons. I'm going to talk to that person that I would never normally talk to. I'm going to network. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to see what's out there for me. I mean, that guy really, he's jumping into it. He gives no fucks. Excuse my language, but he gives no fucks. No GAF with that dude. All right. Please try clarification. Three of Staves for Virgos. Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages for Virgos, please. Personality. Okay. Page of Wands. Awesome. Yes. So you guys are doing this. You have a spark of an idea, how to do things differently, how to change. You're inspired. Some news might come through, positive news. The Page is big news that is going to inspire you to do something. The Page of Wands brings around a new idea, a new project, a new career. It could bring around a new love that's energetic. It's you feeling bright and youthful and approaching, what's the vive? You guys have to post up in the comment. What's that French thing? Vive, de vivre, de whatever, something. It's kind of like carpe diem, like embracing life, or I think, right? It's some French saying, whatever that French saying is. Post it up if anyone knows. But that's what I'm feeling with that Page of Wands here. Oh, and then we got the Page of Swords in reversed. So hold on, let me see what else comes out with that. And the Hierophant. Okay, now that makes sense. All right, so the Hierophant is a card of Taurus. It's in reverse though. So when the Hierophant comes up, and I said Taurus if that resonates, when the Hierophant comes up, it's about not going by the rules anymore, okay? You know, going against the grain, being the rebel, having original ideas, things like, you know, that are crazy. Let me throw this spaghetti on the wall and see if it sticks, like that kind of crap, you know? And I feel that's how you're being. You're just breaking free of how you've been. You're inspired to do things differently, to have this new journey. You have this spark. Someone doesn't like this because we have the Page of Swords here in reverse. So somebody sees this and they're so used to you being a certain way and they count on that, and they don't like that you're doing this, okay? It actually, and in fact, don't be surprised if this person kind of says things behind your back, okay? And says, I don't know what's wrong with them. What, did they go crazy? Like that kind of talk. Because they don't like that you're saying you've changed. And I feel like whoever this person is, this Page of Swords in reverse, they benefited from how you were before. And when you change, they're going to make sure that they let people know that they're not happy about it. And they're going to let people know that it's not good. But I wouldn't let that kind of bother you, okay? They might challenge you, all right? And the reason why they're kind of like doing it behind your back is because they can't tell it to your face, okay? Because the Page of Swords is somebody who, he has a problem like expressing a view, so they don't want to tell you to your face, but they're going to use these little passive aggressive tactics and things like that because they're seeing you change and they're intimidated by it. They're seeing you change, they're threatened by it, okay? They're used to you being a totally different way, being somebody that could be counted on, being somebody who, when this person dropped the ball, you were there to pick it up and fix it. So when you do this change, prepare for this Page of Swords to be very uncomfortable about it and let it be known, but let it be known where it can't be seen by you, all right? And don't kind of let that ruin anything because, you know, just keep on because what I'm seeing is really cool that you guys are just deciding not to be the way you are. Maybe it's because of this reading, I have no idea, but I love the kick-ass karate guy here. I think that's really cool because that just kind of like, to me, exemplifies all this work and this light bulb moment that you guys are going to have going, yeah, you're right. You know, the way I have been doing things, it hasn't been working out for me. So maybe I should try something a little different when I'm approached with a situation. Maybe I should look at it and see of how I would normally approach that situation, react to that situation. And then, hey, you know what? Do the total opposite of that and see how it works out. And that's advice that I'll give to my clients sometimes. I'll be like, you know, if you feel yourself reacting a certain way, you know, a good way to break out of old ways is to consciously stop, think, and say, what would be the total opposite of this? And then swing to the other side of the pendulum. So if something were to happen and you're known for being reactive, or you usually respond to it with being very reactive, what would be the opposite of that? To be, you know, calm and gentle. You know, so that's what I mean. And then see what kind of reaction that garners, or how does that change the situation to what you're normally used to, okay? Get used to being uncomfortable in a different skin, okay? I think that's what's kind of, you know, you try on a different skin. It might be uncomfortable, but just try it out. Try out different ways and stuff. I think it's really going to work out for you guys the last 2 weeks of December, okay? Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Guys, keep in mind, if you need any help with anything, consider personal reading, rates, info, and email are below. Just send me an email. Check out my playlist, because in there you'll see my 2019 Sun Moon readings, my 2018 Sun Moon readings, and my compatibility readings. And I'm on Instago if you need a quick answer for a reasonable price. And then finally, check me out on Facebook and Instagram, where you can follow, like, message me, what have you, okay? Adios from Veronica Garnett. Good luck, Virgos. Bye.